Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. My name is Misako Envela, and thank you so much for pressing play on today's video. Look how I have the mic. Am I a genius or an idiot? I hope that you can hear me. They could never say I wasn't committed to this. I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible because my camera is still getting a little wet and I don't want it to get damaged. But I do have something I want to share with you today, and that is how my life is, or why my life is easier here. The main reason I believe my life is significantly easier here is because things happen as they are described. So far, I haven't had to find a solution for a situation that was different from the way it was originally described to me. For example, I'm not sure if you remember this, but if you watch one of my, I think it was in the first video, I talk about how I only rented my apartment for a month because I wanted to arrive and make sure that it was the way that it appeared online. I was worried that I would get here and that it would be way different than the way that it was presented to me, and it wasn't. It was probably better than I had imagined, and that's sort of been my experience with everything here. The process for getting the apartment, the actual apartment, the process for getting into school, my short-term language program, going to the dentist, things that would typically make me feel uneasy and like I have to make room for a surprise. I haven't had to do that here. I'm sure there's at least one person who's watching my channel right now who's avoiding going to the mechanic because you know that it's not going to be as simple as an oil change or as what they said the service would be. For me, I would always avoid going to the dentist or the doctors because I just knew that it was going to be a whole ordeal and that it was never just going to be as simple as what they told me over the phone. And they never even wanted to tell me the prices over the phone and things like that. And just feeling like every service comes with a little surprise or someone trying to get over on you. It gets exhausting. I genuinely feel like so much space has opened up in my brain for me to focus on things that are more important to me, like this, because I don't have to reserve space for that type of calculating. And I do want to live a more simple, softer life, and this makes my life way more simple. Being here, traveling in general, has taught me that sometimes we just don't know how much better life can be and that our baseline can change. I got my passport when I was 21 years old and my world completely shifted after that point. People ask me all the time, do you think that you'll ever live in the US again? And the answer is no. I don't think that I could ever feel comfortable living there again, knowing what the quality of my life looks like in other places. Even though I know that my personal journey of getting a long-term visa here is going to be challenging because of my educational background, I would rather do everything in my power to make this dream a reality than go back to living in the US. So that's how my life is easier here. And I'm really grateful that I can experience this ease, even if it's only for a moment. I feel like I can recognize that living in Los Angeles is a privilege as well, and still want better for myself. In the comments below, I would love to know what you love about where you live, where you're from, or what you hope to find in your next country or city. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this rainy walk in the back streets of Tokyo. Thank you so much for showing up for me. Thank you so much for being patient with me. And as always, thank you for being here. Bye.